YouTube, Sequence Shinobi here with a review of the Kamen Rider Gaim Arms Change Series 8 Kamen Rider Zangetsu Shin Melon Energy Arms. So this includes the base figure for Zangetsu Shin, the Melon Energy Arms, and a sonic arrow, because that's the weapon that he uses in this form. So, all in all, a pretty cool little set. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and move this out of the way and take a look at the figure. Now, it is different than the Zangetsu figure we all know, and perchance love, I don't know, it depends. And here they are next to each other. Obviously, the major difference is the fact that he now has a Genesis driver, obviously, while the original Zangetsu had the Sengoku driver. Now, because of this, the Muso Saber and all associated holes for such is now gone. But other than that, the base of the figure is pretty much the same. You do have a new molding detail with this line right here that separates the black and the white of the suit, since he now has a black pattern there, which is technically still kind of here, but the lines on the chest are, as far as I can tell, a new mold. So yeah, it matches the Energy Rider's designs a little bit better, but obviously there's a new head sculpt as well that flares out his helmet a little bit too. But all the same base articulation for the arms change figures. This is our 8th one and our, I think, 6th figure. So we should be pretty used to this by now. Now the Melon Energy Arms is interesting. It's basically the same shape as the normal melon, which is the same shape as the orange. However, it's a little bit different. It doesn't hold together all that well, honestly. When you try to push this in, things will pop out of place, and then this one doesn't want to peg in where it goes. So this is actually one of my least favorite arms when it's in like the fruit mode. Because it just doesn't hold together well at all, and that's a little bit of a shame. Actually, no, my least favorite's Mango. Mango's a bit of a mess, but this one isn't all that great in the fruit form. Plus, it looks funny, but the energy ones, they don't really look like the fruits most of the time because they are infused with energy and stuff. Ben 10 references. So go ahead and pop this in. Because of the way that his head is designed, you're going to have to get that right perfect in there, or else you probably won't get it. So here we are. Like I said, the fruit tends to collapse in on itself sometimes, which is a little bit of a hassle, but nothing too crazy. And as you would have guessed, this folds down to make the chest piece. This folds back to make the back piece. And then in a weird turn of events, this unfolds all the way around and folds up to make the shoulder armor. And he actually has an asymmetrical design, kind of like Baron a little bit. But he has no shoulder armor over on this side whatsoever. But here we go with Zangetsu Shin. So as it stands, I love this design. For as much as I hate the arms when it's in the fruit mode, when it's in the arms mode, it is actually really nice looking. I love the translucent plastic on here. It's one of those designs that will look very gorgeous in figure arts form, and I can't wait to see this guy eventually get made. In fact, I'll probably end up picking him up. As anyone that watches my reviews know, I'm a huge fan of Zangetsu. Not so much Takatora's character, but the suit design is one of my favorite riders in a while. And I just really dig it in this mode. The black really kind of balances out the white of the original suit. And I just love the use of the transparent plastic, the Genesis driver, and everything like that. It adds a little bit of flair to Zangetsu's design. So I really do like Zangetsu Shin. Now this back part is pretty big, but it has a cool little feature. And the fact that it has storage space for this sonic arrow. I don't know if this is ever used in the show. I don't think it has been yet. But there's a little peg system in there, and then everything pops apart. Look what you did, Takatora. So now that we got them back together, we can try that again. Basically, you have this slit that needs to sit inside this area, just like that. And now the sonic arrow is pegged on his back. so he can run around the forest and pretend he's Katniss or whatever he wants to do. I don't know. I mean, really, Takatora just gives off that vibe that he really wants to be Jennifer Lawrence. So, anyway, distractions aside, I really do like the way that looks. It's a nice little functionality. Like I said, I don't know if they use it in the show. I don't think we've ever had the opportunity to see. But it's a nice way to store the weapon on the figure for display purposes. Now, obviously, you can hold it in either hand, given the fact that it's a bow, and I'm pretty sure he's right-handed. He would hold it in this hand. Now, given the arms change typicalness of having clunky armor, it's really hard for him to actually grip the bow in a actual firing position. You can kind of get it just like that. So you're always going to be firing on this really weird angle that no archer would actually fire off. But it's not that bad. I do like the way that you can actually get this in a okay firing pose. But given the fact that a lot of the times they use the sonic arrow as a bladed weapon anyway, it doesn't really matter in the long run. Plus you can have him in a post-firing pose and just pretend. So, very cool. I like the way that it looks. I love the base suit as well. So, all in all, I'm just really, really impressed with this guy. And he falls. So, at the end of the day, I really like what they did with this release. The Zangetsu Shin suit is very, very beautiful, and the Melon Energy Arms really accents everything well. And I like the changes that they made to the base mold to make it worth the purchase. Because Zangetsu Shin is not the same base as Zangetsu, and they actually highlighted that. While it's certainly the same figure at the core, they definitely highlighted those small changes in the design of the suit to make a really interesting figure. I like the use of the transparent plastic in the arms as well, to give it a little bit of a pop. And overall, it's definitely my favorite rider design so far in the show, but given how awesome Kachidoki Arms is, I think that's going to win in the long run. But regardless, it is a very nice release. It adds an additional arms for all of your arms change figures, as well as an all-new base figure for you to attach all the different arms on as well, to make Zangetsu Shin crazy arms, forms, and such. Plus, it gives you the sonic arrow, which is a cool weapon to give to some of your other figures. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.